myself Nidhi Shakaria from Saraswati Group of Education. Today I am conducting this session for subject Maths Grade 5 and this is our second session for the second chapter Operations with Large Numbers. Now students, in our last session we have gone through the important terms of this chapter and also you had to solve question number 1 and 2 from exercise 2.1. Now students, let us solve question number 3 from exercise 2.1. So here in these 4 sub questions, we have to carry out addition, operation and we have to fill in the missing digits as per the question. So over here, the first one, starting from the ones column, we have 4 add dash is equal to 4. So students, 4 add 0 is equal to 4, right? So we will add 0 over here. And also students, the property of addition, when we add 0 to a number, the sum is the number itself, right? So the sum is the number itself. Now next, adding the tens, dash add 6 is equal to 9. So 6 में हम क्या add करेंगे, हमें 9 मिलेगा 3, right? And we can also perform subtraction. 9 minus 6 will be equal to 3, right? So 3 over here. Then next, 6 add dash is equal to 7. So 7 is the successor of 6. So यहाँ पे क्या आएगा 1. 6 add 1 is equal to 7, right? Next, over here we have dash add 5 is equal to 7. So 5 में क्या add करेंगे that we will get 7? 2, right? 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. Then next, 8 add dash is equal to 7. Now students, over here, this number 7 is less than 8, right? But we have addition that is happening over here, right? So it means there must be a carry over from here to next column, right? Because यहाँ पे कोई digits नहीं है and we have 1 over here, right? So 1 is being carried over here. It means यहाँ पे 17 होना चाहिए. यहाँ पे हम 17 में से 8 को subtract करेंगे, right? 17 minus 8 will be equal to 9, right? 8 and 9 will be equal to 17. So here we will have 9. 8 and 9 is equal to 17. And 17 10,000s. It means we will have 1 lakh and 7 10,000s, right? So 7 under the 10,000s column and 1 we have carried over and written over here under the next column, right? Now next, in B, starting from the ones column, 6 add 3 is equal to 9. Then dash add 2 is equal to 5. So 3 add 2 is equal to 5, right? 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. Then next, 0 add dash is equal to 9. So 0 add 9 is equal to 9. Right? When we add 0 to a number, then the sum will be the number itself. Right? Now next, we have dash add 1 is equal to 0. So students, when can we have 0 as the sum? 0 add 0 is equal to 0. That is one possibility. But यहाँ पे तो 1 है, right? It means over here 9 we can write. Yes, 9 add 1 will be equal to 10. So we will write 0 over here and 1 carry over to the next column, right? So यहाँ पे 9 आएगा. 9 add 1 is equal to 10. So 0 we write over here and 1 carry over to the next column. Over here we have 9 add the one which was carried over, which is equal to 10. So इन दोनों का addition क्या होगा? 10 and 10 add dash is equal to और यहाँ पे 0 है. It means यहाँ पे भी 0 ही आएगा, right? Because 9 add 1 is equal to 10. 10 add 0 is equal to 10. So we have 10 10,000s, right? Which combine together we have carried over to the likes column and we have written over here, right? So these are the answers, right? We have filled all the missing digits. Now next one over here, starting from the ones column, 0 add dash is equal to 3. So 3, right? We add 0 to a number, the answer is, the sum is the number itself. Then dash add 1 is equal to 7. So 1 add किया, हमें successor मिला किस नंबर का? So we will write 6 over here, right? 6 का successor है 7. Next 8 add 3. 8 add 3 will be equal to 11. So we will write 1 over here and 1 carry over to the next column. Now we have 1 add 5 is equal to 6. 6 add dash and we have 4 over here. Now 4 is less than 6. So it means यहाँ पे 14 sum आना चाहिए. So that 4 is written over here and 1 is carried over to the next column, right? So 1 add 5 is equal to 6 and 6 add dash is equal to 14. So 6 add 8 is equal to 14, right? Yes, let us confirm one more time. 8 add 5 is equal to 13. 13 add carry over 1 is equal to 14. So we will write 4 over here and we have carried over 1 to the next column. Now 1 add 1 is equal to 2. 2 add dash is equal to 6. So यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? 4. 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. Right? Now, under the next column we have 3 and 7 is equal to 10, right? So we will write 0 over here and 1 we will carry over to the next column. Now, 1 add dash is equal to 9. So we will write 8 over here, right? 8 का successor है 9. 8 add 1 is equal to 9. Yes? Now, next one over here from the ones column. 7 add dash is equal to 6. Now 6 is less than 7. So यहाँ पे 16 sum होगा, right? इन दोनों digits का sum 16 होगा. So that we will write 6 over here and carry over 1 to the next column. So we can perform subtraction. 16 minus 7 will be equal to 9, right? So 7 and 9 is equal to 16. 6 is written over here and 1 carried over to the next column. Then 2 add 1 is equal to 3 and 3 add dash is equal to 8. So 8 minus 3 क्या होगा? 5. तो यहाँ पे 5 आएगा, right? 5 add 2 is equal to 7. 7 add 1 is equal to 8. Now 2 add dash is equal to 0. So यहाँ पे 0 is less than 2. So it means यहाँ पे 10 होगा इन दोनों का sum. So that 0 is written over here and 1 is carried over to the next column, right? So 10 minus 2 will be equal to 8, right? 2 and 8 is equal to 10. यहाँ पे 0 लिखा and 1 carried over to the next column. Now 2 add 1 is equal to 3, right? So 3 add dash is equal to 6. So 3 add 3 equal to 6, right? 3 add 2 5, 5 add 1 which was carried over 6. So we have 6 over here. Now 4 add dash is equal to 5. 4 का successor है 5. So यहाँ पे 1 आएगा. Then next we have dash add 0 equal to 8. So यहाँ पे 8 आएगा. When we add 0 to a number, then the sum is the number itself, right? Now over here we have 2. So यहाँ पे तो कोई digit है ही नहीं. So here we will have 2, right? 0 and 2 is equal to 2. So this question number 3, you also have to solve in your CW book in this manner. Now students, let us have a look at the properties of subtraction. So we have 3 properties and you will note these down in your CW book, the definition of the property and one example. So students, property number 1. We cannot change the order of numbers in subtraction. For example, over here we have 1765 minus 1212. Now the result of this will be 553. But if we change the order over here, if we perform subtraction in this manner, 1212 minus 1765, right? Then the result of this will be a negative number. We will learn about negative numbers in higher grade. But the result in both the cases is different. It is not equal. So you will write this property in your book that we cannot change the order of numbers in subtraction along with an example. आप ये जो दो नंबर्स हैं वो चेंज कर सकते हो अपनी CW बुक में जब लिखो तब. नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी. So property number 2 of subtraction, when 0 is subtracted from a number, the difference is the number itself. So for example, we have a number over here and if we subtract 0 from it, right, we are not decreasing this number by any amount, right? हम 0 subtract कर रहे हैं. So the result, the difference will be the number itself, right? So आप ये प्रॉपर्टी लिखोगे, उसकी डेफिनेशन एंड एक एग्जांपल लिखनी है. You can change the number over here if you want to when you write in your CW book. Then property number 3, when a number is subtracted from itself, the difference is 0. So students, for example, if you have 5 chocolates and if you give out those 5 chocolates, all of them to your friend, then you will have 0 chocolates, right? So that is what this property says. When a number is subtracted from itself, the difference is 0, right? For example, we have this number and from it we are subtracting the same number, right? Then the result will be 0, right? So आपको ये property भी लिखनी है और एक example लिखनी है. Again आप number change कर सकते हो जब अपनी book में लिखो तब. So 3 properties along with example you have to write in your CW book. Now students, let us solve questions from exercise 2.2. So in question number 1, we have to subtract the given numbers and we have to mark the periods in the answer, the difference that we get, right? Now, sub question A, we have to subtract this number from this number. So let us perform subtraction starting from the ones column. Now we have to subtract 8 from 1. Now 8 is greater than 1, so we need to borrow from the next column, right? Now students, कोई भी place होगी, right? Any place over here will be 10 times bigger, greater than the right side place, right? Tens is 10 times bigger than the ones place. 10,000 place is 10 times bigger than the thousands place. Lakhs place is 10 times bigger than the 10,000 place. So over here we have to borrow from the tens column. Now we will borrow 110 from over here. So 4 को cancel करके यहाँ पे 3 लिखेंगे, right? Now 110 is equal to 10 single ones. So we have 1 already over here. 10 and 1 is equal to 11. So यहाँ पे 11. Now we can subtract 8 from 11 ones, right? So 11 minus 8 is equal to 3. Next we have to subtract 5 from 3. Now 5 is greater than 3. Again we need to borrow from the next column, right? So we will borrow 100 from here. So we will cancel out 5 and write 4. Now 100 is equal to 10 tens. So we already have 3 tens over here. 3 and 10 is equal to 13. We have 13 tens now. So over here we will write 1. We have total 13 tens. 13 minus 5 is equal to 8. So we will write 8 over here. Now 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. Next, 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. Then 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Then 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. And 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. Now, we have to put the commas in this answer. So, leaving 3 digits, a comma over here, and then leaving 2 digits, a comma over here. So, what is the answer? 31,18,083. This is the difference when we perform subtraction. Right? Now, next one, starting from the ones column. So, 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. Then 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Then 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. Next, 2 minus 8. Now, we cannot subtract 8 from 2. So, we need to borrow from the next column. Right? So, we will borrow 110,000 from here. So, cancelling this and writing 3. So, 110,000 is equal to 10,000. So, we already have 2,000s over here. 2 and 10 is equal to 12. We have total 12,000. So, we will cancel this and write 12 over here. Now, 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. Then, 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. Next, 4 minus 6. Now, we cannot perform this, right? 6 is greater than 4. So, we need to borrow from the next column. So, we have 110 lakh over here. So, we are borrowing that, writing 0 over here. And 110 lakh is equal to 10 lakhs. Right? We already have 4 lakhs over here. 4 and 10 is equal to 14. Right? So, we have 14 lakhs now. Now, 14 minus 6 is equal to 8. Now, putting the commas, leaving 3 digits over here and then leaving 2 digits over here. So, what is the difference after performing subtraction? 8,04,601. So, students, you will solve the remaining sub-questions on your own from question number 1. Now, next question number 2, we have to subtract and check your answer. This is given in the question. After performing subtraction, we have to check our answer. So, let us first perform subtraction. Now, over here starting from the ones column, we have to subtract 7 from 4. 7 is greater than 4. We need to borrow from the next column. So, cancelling 5 and writing 4. We are borrowing 110 and 110 is equal to 10 ones. Right? So, we already have 4 ones over here. 10 and 4 is equal to 14. So, writing 14 over here. 14 minus 7 is equal to 7. Now, 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. Then, 8 minus 1 is equal to 7. Then, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Now, 3 minus 5. Again, 5 is greater than 3. We need to borrow from the next column. So, over here, we have 0 lakhs in the next column. So, now we need to move forward to the next higher column. Right? So, we have 7 10 lakhs over here. We will borrow 1 10 lakh. So, we will cancel this and write 6. So, 1 10 lakh is equal to 10 lakhs. Now, students, हमें यहाँ पे 10,000 चाहिए. Right? So, instead of writing over here 10, right? Because we have borrowed 110 lakh from here. So, 110 lakh is equal to 10 lakhs. Right? So, यहाँ पे 10 हम नहीं लिखेंगे because from these 10 lakhs we are borrowing 1 lakh over here. So, instead of 10 we will write 9 because we are borrowing 1 lakh and 1 lakh is equal to 10 10,000s. So, we already have 3 10,000s over here. 3 10,000s add 10 10,000s. यहाँ से हमने 1 lakh borrow किया है. So, 1 lakh is equal to 10 10,000s. 10 10,000s add 3 10,000s is equal to 13 10,000s. So, यहाँ पे 13 लिखेंगे. 13 minus 5 is equal to 8. Then 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. Then 6 minus 8. Now we cannot perform this subtraction. 8 is greater than 6, so we need to borrow from the next higher column, the crores column. So we will borrow 1 crore. So we have 7 crores left. Now 1 crore is equal to 10 lakhs. So 6 10 lakhs and 10 lakhs is equal to 16. So we will write over here 1. हमारे पास 16 10 lakhs है अब. So 16 minus 8 is equal to 8. And 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Now we will mark the periods using commas in this answer. So leaving 3 digits, putting a comma. Then leaving 2 digits, putting a comma. Then leaving 2 digits and putting a comma again. So what is the difference after performing subtraction? 4 crore 88 lakh 81,737. Now students, we have to check our answer. Now students, we are subtracting this number from this greater number and we are getting this answer. So it means that if we add together these numbers, then we should get this number, right? ये जो greater number है, उसी number के ये दोनों numbers, these are the parts, right? So if we add these two, we should get this number, and this is how we will check whether our answer is correct or not. So इसके बाद अपनी book में you will write after this. Next you will write checking, right? And then you will perform the checking of your answer. How? By adding these two numbers. So ये जो आपको answer मिला है, that you have to write over here. So we have 4 crore, we have 88 lakh, then 81,000 and 737. We have written that over here, and next we have added this number, the subtrahend, which was here. Yes. So 3 crore 81 lakh 51,170. Now when we add these two numbers, then we should get this number, जो greater number है, minuend है, right? So let us add these two numbers. Starting from the ones column, 7 and 7 is equal to 14. So we will write 4 over here and 1 we will carry over to the next column. Now 3 add 1 is equal to 4. 4 add 1 is equal to 5. Then 7 add 1 is equal to 8. Next 1 add 1 is equal to 2. Next 8 add 5 is equal to 13. So we will write 3 over here and 1 we will carry over to the next column. Then 8 add 1 is equal to 9 and 9 add 1 is equal to 10. We have 10 lakhs. So we will write a 0 over here and carry over 1 to the next column. Right? 10 lakhs is equal to 110 lakh. So यहाँ पे 0 लिखा and 1 we have carried over to the 10 lakhs column. Now 8 add 8 is equal to 16. 16 add 1 is equal to 17. So we have 17 10 lakhs. Right? We cannot have more than 9 10 lakhs over here. Yes? So we need to perform regrouping. Right? 17 10 lakhs means 10 add 7. So 10 lakhs combined होके 1 crore बनता है, right? So 7 10 lakhs जो बच रहे हैं, we will write over here 7 and we will carry over 1 to the crores column, right? इसका जो sum है that is 70. Right side का digit यहाँ पे लिखा and left side का digit 1 उसको carry over किया. Now 4 add 3 is equal to 7. 7 add 1 is equal to 8. So we have 8 crores. Now putting the commas here after 3 digits, then after 2 digits, and again after 2 digits. So we have 8 crore and over here also we have 8 crore. Then 70 lakh. Over here also 70 lakh. Then 32,000. Here also 32,000 and 854. Here also 854. It means our answer answer. The difference that we got over here is correct. So students, in this manner you will solve this question in your CW book, right? First you will perform subtraction and then you will check your answer. How? By adding these two numbers. जो डिफरेंस आपको मिला वो और जो स्मॉलर नंबर था सब्ट्रैक्ट जो था ये वाला नंबर. We have to add these two numbers and we should get this answer when you perform addition, right? Now students, let us solve question number 3 from exercise 2.2. Arrange the following numbers in columns, these given numbers, and find the difference. So let us solve sub question A. We have to subtract this number from this greater number. ये subtrahend है smaller number and this is the greater number minuend जिसमें से subtract करना है. So we will write this number 90 lakh first and then we will subtract this number from it. We will note down the places till 10 lakhs. Then 90 lakh minus 62 lakh 53,102. Then we will start performing subtraction from the ones column. So we cannot subtract 2 from 0. So we need to borrow from next column. Now we have 0 over here. Again if we move further, here also we have 0. Again if we move further, here we have 0. And next column also we have 0, here also we have 0. So finally we need to borrow from 10 lakhs column. So here we will cancel out 9 and we will write 8 because we are borrowing 110 lakh. Now students, 110 lakh is equal to 10 lakhs. So यहाँ पे 0 cancel करके हम 10 नहीं लिखेंगे. Why? Because हमें यहाँ से भी borrow करके next column में 10,000s देने हैं, right? So we will cancel out 0 and instead of writing 10 over here, we will write 9 because हमने 1 lakh borrow किया है यहाँ पर, right? Now in the similar manner, यहाँ पे 0 cancel करके हम 10 नहीं लिखेंगे, 9 लिखेंगे because यहाँ से भी हम 110,000 borrow कर रहे हैं. Then in similar manner, we will cancel out 0 and write over here 9. because यहाँ से भी हम 1000 borrow कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर. Now over here also we will cancel out 0 and write 9 instead of 10 because 100 हम यहाँ पे borrow कर रहे हैं और यहाँ पे again 0 cancel करके 9 लिखेंगे because 10 tens में से हम 110 borrow कर रहे हैं. So यहाँ पे 9 लिखा और 110 is equal to 10 single ones. So यहाँ पे अब हमारे पास 10 ones है, so 0 cancel करके 10 लिखेंगे. Now we will perform subtraction. 10 minus 2 is equal to 8. Then 9 minus 0 is equal to 9. 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. Then in the thousands column, 9 minus 3 is equal to 6. Then moving to the 10,000s column, 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. Then moving to the lakhs column, 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. Then moving to the 10 lakhs column, 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. So this is the final answer. The difference between these two numbers. The answer is 27,46,898. So students, you will also solve question number 3 in your CW book. So students, as your homework, you have to solve question number 3 from exercise 2.1 given on page 27 in CW book. Then you have to write the 3 properties of subtraction given on these pages along with an example in CW book as explained in this session. Right? You can change the numbers when you write the example. Next, you have to solve question 1, 2 and 3 from exercise 2.2 given on page 29 in CW book as well. So students, we will meet in the next session. Till then, keep safe.